Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Jewel. I have a flip through to do today for my September design team project for Artymaze, and I'm using her Fruits of Autumn kit. But before that flip through, for those of you that don't know, I am running another giveaway. I do one per month. This month is this little golden book journal, and it's my September giveaway, and I did do a video about this, and I will link that below. So if you want to enter that, go ahead down to that video and follow the instructions to enter. Okay, so the Fruits of Autumn kit, and I don't do a lot of fall journals. We live in Florida, so I don't see a whole bunch of leaves changing down here. I'm in the southeast section, but I did grow up in the Adirondacks, and I really miss the changing of the leaves. It's so beautiful. But the neat thing about this kit is it also has the fruit, the different fruit in it, like what am I thinking? Apples. And we lived amongst apple orchards and even had some crabapple trees and stuff like that growing up there. So this was it was fun to do. All right, this is a hardcover book, and I covered it with this, built the spine, covered it with this pretty fabric, which to me had all of the colors of changing leaves in it. So I have some more of the fabric inside where you'll be able to see it better, because I also covered it with one of the digitals. And this is, I fussy cut from one of her digitals, this pear and these berries, and I did some glossy accents on that. There's a couple of leaves under here. They're fabric leaves. I've got some muslin. I've got some crochet, cheesecloth. And then I've got the metal corners on the front. So I want to make sure I'm in frame. I have a hitch post with an elastic tie or enclosure on this, and I did do a couple of raised elements on the spine. There is some decorative lace down here, and also I did a little of the muslin peeking through and that metal on the front. So there's the back. So let's get in. The book is pretty much a standard size. Let me get my measure. It's very full, as you can see. It's kind of popping open here. 5 1/4, and I believe it's 8 1/2. Yes, 8 1/2 by 5 1/4. And this is just an elastic tie here. Okay, getting in the front, I did use pretty much all of that kit's digitals in this, and those are the majority of the pages in it, but I did use a little of Blue Stern Studio cardstock, and it just looked like it was made to go with this kit. So in the front here, you can see I have this little pocket, and she had these little elements in part of the ephemera package of the kit. And what I did is I cut them out, of course, and then I went over them with, in case you get this kit and you like that effect where it looks like a label, well, what do you call those? You know what I'm talking about. I did a Pitt artist pen in the gold color. I went over that and then went over it again with glossy accents so it would look like metal, and added a couple little small brads. So, and then I have a tag in here with this metal leaf here, and a leaf charm, I should say, and a little glass bead, and this brown sari on a ball pin. Okay, inside the cardstock here, this is a journal, this is a signature cover. So I have some of this, and I'm actually showing the book on this silk I I forget what you call this, but it's a type of silk, and you can see it's iridescent. It's just beautiful. So I did do a piece of that because it reminded me of some of the bright, brilliant oranges you see on the trees. There's a crystal, some fabric, and then I've got a little booklet here with a key charm. And do I want to, well, let's get in. It's just some parchment writing papers and a little vintage music. So that's in the inside front. And this is that fabric again with all the spectacular colors in it. She did a lot of butterflies, so I did bring in some butterflies. Here's a piece of sari trim here and a butterfly. And this is one of her envelopes. And then a little tag here. Now, I stitch around most of my tags, but the neat thing about this kit is they're stitching in the graphic, so you don't even have to sew, and you get the sewn effect. And I did, this time I used a lot of craft cardstock on the back, and I did some paint on them, and then we've got this beautiful piece of sari trim here at the top. And actually, I'll just leave that out. Let me put that there and that there, so I know that's where they're gonna go. And I did print on the flip side of most, and this is, you can see it's almost like a watercolor in those pretty fall colors. Right here I've got a fabric ruffle trim, and I did a lot of the quotes in here that she included in the kit because they're just really nice quotes. This is, "I see the turning of a leaf dancing in an autumn sun in brilliant shades of crimson glowing when a day is done." So there's a lot of quotes throughout. Antique music. I did antique book pages. That's baking paper, tracing paper. Another one of her images, and I actually copied this on parchment writing paper. All of this is from the kit. This is, I printed on vellum. Okay, and let me see if I can get this off. This is a one of her envelopes. And I did a wax seal with some gold trim in behind, and I actually lined it with my distressed paper bag, one of my distressed paper bags. And I do have a little short video on how I achieved that look. So I'm just going to leave that there. I've got a double pocket here. And in the pockets, some of the ephemera from her kit. There's a postcard, and then a couple more. They're just tucked in there, so on each side. So this is a double pocket. This is some old paper. Came in a, I don't know, got it from Etsy. Okay, over here I've got this envelope, and actually it's two envelopes, but it's like a vintage style envelope. And this is, I painted some cardstock in this beautiful gold color, and then I embossed it. And this is actually a double tuck here, so there's a tuck there, and then a tuck in behind. And this little recipe for paradise pudding, and it's done with apples, and then I got a little sticker there. So as you can see, the apples, really pretty ephemera in this one. And this ticket. Okay. Another tuck spot here. Plus, you have all the room, if I can get these open, in these envelopes for storage. So I left the strings long in case the recipient, whoever chooses to buy this, wants me to add some beads. And I chose this orange colored waxed linen thread to tie them in. And it's a hidden spine here. Okay, we've got a postcard here. And a ticket from the kit. The print is. I did some collaging here, baked plum pudding, several different elements, and then another quote. And this is fun, antique style paper here. I've got a large paper clip here. Oops, am I getting caught up? And this is one of her coin envelopes, and I did do a little cluster here and added one of the quotes and the charm there, and I did the inside again with that distressed paper bag. The whole thing is lined in that. So three signatures. I haven't counted the number of pages yet, but that'll be in my Etsy shop. Antique book, vintage music. So pretty. I like the watercolor look of the prints. Isn't that beautiful? It's just so pretty. You have all your fruits and then your butterfly. I did another little, that silk, and then the quote, how beautifully leaves grow old, how full of light and color are their last days. So pretty. A large tag with some more of that silk trim. And you can see I mimicked some of her sewing that she had on some of them. So, and this is a fabric pocket. I used one of her postcards as a tuck spot. And this is a vintage button and a fabric ruffle at the top that I sewed on. Got another one of her envelopes here. It's a dimensional envelope, which is nice. So you can get, you know, nice size tags and stuff. And I cut down one of the prints and just made a little flip up, little fabric here and some satin trim there. Okay, this flips out. This is one of the images. And it flips out this way, and I made a pocket and added several pieces of ephemera in it. One of her tags. See, this one I didn't sew because it had that sewn look. And then one of the small pieces of ephemera, one of her tickets, and another quote that you can put somewhere else. You can glue these tickets somewhere else. You can make a little tuck spot. Leaves, how beautifully they show us the process of change. We have an Edith Holden. I have several throughout the book, and I chose the autumn ones. So this is an autumn poem. And fruit of wild Cornwall or dogwood. So I thought that went well. We got an old graph here page. Got a fabric flip up here, and you can see how pretty that fabric was. I really liked it. It kind of reminded me of like a tablecloth. You know, you would make a tablecloth with this and have that kind of picnicky feel. And then we've got the fabric ruffle here and another quote, and then a little stenciling under here and some ink. I did another fussy cut from one of her images of these apples, and I added some glossy accents to it so it would look like red shiny apples, and made a little tuck spot out of it. Did some sewing, backed on that craft paper with the paint. I do a butter paint. I like that in place of gesso a lot of times. I will use that. And I've got the lined part, and I did do a stencil here. Yeah, that's a stencil, and that is part of the kit. And I added one of the wax bags I put in sometimes, but I did trim it out with this gold and a mustard color trim. And then on each one I have some of the tags or journal cards from her kit. This one I did a little fun sewing on. So this is so pretty and nice and bright. I like that there is some bright colors in this. It's not the all muted colors, you know. All images from her kit. Wild weekend. I don't know. a leaf stamping and then a little stamp down, a stencil and a little stamp down here. It says the Republic of Nature. It's got some little fall leaves on it. Another, this is Crabapple, Edith Holden. This flips out again, same thing as before, and then I have 3 pieces of her ephemera in here. Little mini postcard, those are always fun. Little apples, and then, I don't know, variety of berries there, it looks like. Isn't that pretty? I love this print. I think this was my favorite of the kit. 1896. Okay, we're into the 3rd signature. These are 3 signatures. I've got a double pocket here. This one I have a stamp on it. I don't know if you can see that. Did some pretty trim. Again, did that on the label. What do you call those things? Oh, it's at the tip of my tongue, but to make it look like it's metal. And then this, I think, is just another flip-up tag there. And then added some pretty gold and yellow trim just to pop out the color of the pear. I don't do a lot of altering on my tags because I thought, you know, a lot of people like to finish the tags out and work on them. And if you're going to create in this journal, you certainly don't want it all created out. I just add elements that I think will help inspire you to start the process of creation on each page or writing. Everyone must take time to sit and watch the leaves turn. A little cheesecloth there. And here's another booklet, just like the first one. And this one I just tied up with the brown sari. Several pages in each of those booklets, so that's more writing room. I did some trims on this pocket here. 2 layers of trim, the rickrack, and then another trim, and cheesecloth and some of the gold threads, and another quote, and a little flip-up tag here with some fabric trim. Berries of Black Bryony. But I made a pocket out of this one, and I simply have the paper clip on here to hold the 2 tags I have, or the journaling card and the tag, and I added another metal charm leaf there with a brad, and there's the back of the tag, and then this is a journaling card, and then I added one of her little stamps that I cut out with a stamp scissors. It's just embellishment. Okay, we've got another tag, I'm having a terrible time getting these envelopes off. I've lined them all, so they're a little thicker. This one I lined with parchment paper because I like that for texture and sound. So that's on this pretty vintage style paper here, just tucked over the top. Coffee stain ledger, baking paper. Did a little collage here. And the sun took a step back, the leaves lulled themselves to sleep, and autumn was awakened. 2 pieces of book page from the St. Nicholas. This is early 1900s. And I think I liked it because it says it's the fruit. So there's a fruit bowl and then a flower bowl. The centerpiece at breakfast. I love all these old illustrations. This is just paper, you know, the shipping paper that I did some distressing on, and did another cluster down here of trims, a little gold doily, and then the quote. And the inside signature here, I have a large antique style bag just for storage, notes, whatever you want to put in it. A little trim down here, little lace applique here, and one of her postcards that was in the kit. I like that she had some of the lined paper. So pretty. The colors are just very vivid. No coffee, I had actually no coffee dyed paper in this. This is probably the first journal ever in the hundreds I've made that I have not added coffee dyed paper. I don't know why. I didn't think it needed it. It was pretty full and I wanted to use these and I wanted to use all of her images. So it worked out quite well. Tags, see it's October, September and October. Or the book pages. Okay, in this pocket, I did add another little big size quote here. And then this actually goes this way, of these berries, so pretty. Journaling card and a large tag with some fabric tie here and a grommet. Eyelet, I should say, eyelet. And the inside back cover has the same trim as the other. And then here I've got 2 tags tucked in this corner, this angled pocket that I added this trim. And then some coordinating trim there with a butterfly and then a larger butterfly on the tag in behind. So we got some stacked butterflies and there's a dragonfly back there, I guess. Okay, so that is using Artymaze's Fruits of Autumn kit, and I will link it below. If you guys are looking to make a fall or autumn journal to take you into the holidays until Christmas, go make one. Okay, this will also be available in my Etsy shop probably in a couple days. Okay guys, thanks and have a blessed day. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.